Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Outdoor Inspirations. We want to make your outdoor spaces exciting and we want to inspire you guys. Welcome again, we're at Adcocks Nursery. One more time, our good friends at Adcocks, to talk about plants and how to choose the right plant for you. And some good ways to, some professional tips and suggestions when you go looking for plants. We're going to give you tips on what to look for. By the way, this is an elephant ear, huge ears, and I got an elephant joke for you. An elephant and a naked guy are walking around. Elephant kind of looks over at the naked guy and stops him and said, "You can breathe out of that thing?" Anywho, some goofy, jokey jokes for you. But anyway, we're going to show you guys some great tips on how to shop for plants. So let's check it out. Okay, so when you're out shopping for plants, I want you to start looking at the plants visually. You want to see a wonderful specimen plant that is well formed and visually pleasing when you look at it from above. And so there's some things to look for. How uniform is the branches? How uniform, I'll get this gardenia here. So how uniform is the structure? How well rounded is it? And are there any dead pieces, dying pieces? And you can visually inspect a plant and can tell, kind of how it's doing from just looking at it. And so, we're going to go over a lot of tips today about how to choose the right plant that is going to be healthy. And, we want good plants that are going to be healthy from the get-go because we want them to perform very well for us out once we plant it. So let's take a ride over and show you how all plants get started and what's important first. Hey! We're coming up on where Adcocks propagates plants and upsizes their plants. And Adcocks Nursery is a pot nursery, meaning they don't do any field grown. What they do is pot after pot after pot, raising it as a child, so to speak, into an adult. And, so they'll add more soil medium as they up and increase the size of the container. And here's where it starts, these huge soil piles in their propagation center. Look at this soil, it's amazing. This is a lot of pine bark fines, and Adcocks Nursery does a lot of special blending, and they put in all kinds of nice compost, vermiculite, if that's the word I'm looking for, fertilizer, etc., to get the plants off to a great start. And as they're, like I said, Adcocks is a pot nursery. They'll start a pot off at a quart, go to a gallon, go to 2 gallons, 3 gallons, 5 gallons, 7 gallons, 10, etc. 100 gallons or even larger here. And what that means is they're babying it all the way till you buy it. And so you're seeing a great product from start to finish, no matter what size you end up buying. Look for that in your nurseries, your garden centers. They all are planted in a medium, a soil medium, your plants. And this is the foundation of success for our plants. And so we wanted to show you, where it starts is the soil. And when you're planting, you have that container plant or any field-grown plant, etc. You want to give it another great entry level to your new landscape area with your own compost, your own soil amendment that is crucial to the plant's success. Remember, plant twice as wide, so dig that hole twice as wide as your container or root ball, and not much deeper at all because you don't want it to sag and go below grade. So keep the depth about the same. It's all about that width. And you want to amend with a very nice soil amendment and that can be compost soil mixed with pine bark fines, etc., soil conditioner, and that's just going to promote those tender roots to easily grow out and start rooting into the native soil. What we like to do is when we dig the hole out, we take that nasty dirt and put it to the side, and we like to put our compost soil conditioner on top of that, mix that in, and we'll use that as a transition medium as that plant grows. And then all of a sudden you're going to go into full native media, right? But you're training those roots to grow tender till they get hard and rustic and heavy. And that's the best way. It all starts with the soil. Okay, so we saw the soil. You know, everything starts inside this container. Now visually, you know, you're gonna see the plant from above. Now it's time to see what's below. And we've got a few examples to show you. So, next time you're at the garden center, Home Cheapo, Lowsy Lows, etc., start cheating a little bit. See what they got under the hood. Let's look. So if we pull this plant out, we see a nice, dense, heavy root system happening. Now, you can tell some health benefits that the plant has just by looking at roots. So the whiter the root is, the more whiteness you see, the clarity of that root, you know it's healthy. If these roots were damaged in any way, you'd start seeing some brown, dry roots, you know. This is an excellent plant. You're getting a nice root system, and look at there, see it's holding all the soil once it's pulled. This is a fully rooted plant in this size container. Now a lot of places this will get root bound. Once it grows, it's outgrowing that little container, the roots start spiraling. No big deal. You know, you take those roots and you scarify them, you cut them, you pull them apart, promote them to shoot out as you plant it. So when this gets upsized into a larger container, it then has to regrow that space. So now I'm going to show you a plant that does not have as many roots, what we like to call lightly rooted. So a lot of your nurseries will say lightly rooted, fully rooted, etc. But Home Depot, Lowe's, some of these garden centers may not tell you when that plant was potted. So take a look-see while you're shopping, okay? So if we look at this guy, okay, so this is what we call more lightly rooted, which this isn't bad. But if you look down in the pot, you're losing soil as you take it out of the pot. So actually watch, I'm shaking, look at there. Now if you look, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. If you look, this is a perfect example. If I shake this out, we get to see what the plant was before. So this was a little 4-inch pot that they upsized into a quart. And so that's what every nursery does. So you have to watch and be careful that you are getting a fully rooted plant if at all possible. So I know that's not always possible, but good nurseries will tell you if it is lightly rooted and to be careful. And so it's a value proposition. You know, this was just a 4-inch pot. Now it's in a quart. They are going to ask for more money, obviously. So, you know, be smart and cheat a little bit. Start pulling these plants out of the pot while you're shopping to see if they're well rooted. Here's another one. Nicely well rooted. Just pull straight out of the pot, took all the soil with it. Once again, lovely root system. You're seeing a nice cream color there. Lots of lively roots. Another thing to look for is how moist is the container. Sometimes you'll go and the dang things will blow away like a tumbleweed and it's dry as a bone because nobody's caring for it. They don't have a good watering maintenance plan to care for their little babies, their little green pea babies. So check for moisture, check under the hood, and see how well roots are developed. And then of course you have what's above the container. How visually pleasing is it? Does it have a lopside to it, a shady side, a gap, dead branches, etc.? So that's kind of the spectrum we wanted to share with you today. As you're shopping for plants, you know, look at everything you can, like the pros do, so you can get the best plant for you, and it's going to be successful in your garden. So if you have any comments or suggestions, please put those below. We love to hear from you, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you give us a like. It helps with our algorithms. Hope you subscribe. We need our green thumbs. And until the next time, guys, take care. We'll talk to you later.